Greetings. You know what? America, y'all done lost your minds. Might as well just come out and say it. You know, this has been a rough 2020. It really has. Not even gonna lie. And it has just gotten really wonky. And might as well just talk about it for a little bit. There have been people who have lost their minds because first their states or their governors or their mayors said, you know what, we want y'all to wear masks. And they put in these rules because we know that by wearing the masks, not only will you maybe save your life, but you may be saving someone else's life. No one says that everyone's got it, and I'm not mentioning what it is, but y'all know what I'm talking about. No one says you got the disease, but it's better to protect others and yourself by wearing a mask. It's a simple mask. You know what? It's just a little piece of something. I wish I had brought a mask in here with me, but I've got it in my other room. But, you know, people have just lost their minds. There have been all kind of, well, we'll just call them dissidents. There have been people who have gotten into fights. They have done some screaming. They have done some yelling. One woman in one of the stores the other day just basically got down on the ground and just laid there. I think she was 77 years old. We had the woman, you know, I think it was about a month ago or beginning of this month, who basically went into a Target and just knocked over the display. There was a story I read a couple days ago where this couple ordered some donuts and, you know, was asked to put her mask on. And what she did was she got her donuts and then she threw the donuts at the people. And then the husband tried to demand getting his money back, to which they said no. And then he got mad. It's like, dude, y'all done thrown these donuts at people and you want your money back? This is ridiculous. And let's just be clear here. A lot of them have gotten out there talking about, well, we have our First Amendment rights. And I'm going to let y'all know that's not a right. There's no such thing. You made that up. It ain't true. Tell me where in the First Amendment it says that you not wearing a mask is your First Amendment right. It ain't there. It's not in the Fifth Amendment, not in the 14th Amendment. It's not in any amendment. And let's look at our reality. How many states have seatbelt laws? Back in the 60s, when they first put in seatbelts, nobody wanted to wear those things, but it became law. And folks wanted to say, well, I've got my constitutional rights. No, you don't. You do not. Because it's for your own protection. You may not want it, but you got it. And then you had helmet laws for motorcyclists. And you got those folks complaining about it. And you know who doesn't complain? Someone who falls off their motorcycle, bashes their head, and ends up in a nursing home being cared for by the state because they wouldn't wear their helmets. And it costs a heck of a lot more money than, well, basically staying alive and not damaging your head. And you buy your little helmet. And helmets come in all kind of colors. Just buy the helmets. Well, these days, if you decide not to wear it, you're going to get pulled over. You're going to lose your license. And if you ride without a license, you're going to jail. And what is so bad about wearing the helmet? I know, you know, you get some folks who just want to say, well, I want to have my hair being free in the wind. Not anything I ever have to worry about. But, you know, I'm trying to make a point here, which is there's these rights that people keep saying that they have that they don't have. There's no right. Everyone doesn't have a right to own a gun. You just don't. Everyone doesn't have a right to pull a gun on somebody. You just don't have that right. You know, free speech. You don't get to go into a movie theater and scream fire. You can try to claim, you know, First Amendment free speech rights, but you can't do it. So, let's knock that one out. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter. No, we ain't got rid of that yet. There's a lot of protests going on, but there's some weird stuff that's going on. We have some prominent black people in America who have decided that it is prudent, stupid prudent, to be anti-Semitic and say some stupid stuff and do some stupid stuff, and you just got it wrong. You are basically saying we're going to dump on someone else to make us look good. And then you apologize for it later on. At least some of them did. It's like, are you kidding me? What made you go there in the first place? You now have taken away from this other message to spout some other stupid stuff. That's idiotic. Then you got the orange guy who decides to send in these illegal federal agents into Portland who are basically taking people off the street, driving them somewhere, trying to make them sign these forms that they don't even know what they have to say, and then driving them back. They have been beating people. They say that they're protecting, and the orange guy is only sending them to cities that have Democratic mayors. It's a political thing. It's got to be illegal. That just has to be illegal. No other president in history has ever done anything like that. Yes, call out the National Guard to help protect. That's a different story. But sending in folks who basically say they don't report to anybody. And everyone's saying that. Homeland Security says it doesn't report to them. The Justice Department says it doesn't report to them. Who are they reporting to? This is just craziness. That mess has to stop. You know, I like to talk about personal accountability, and I try to find a balance. You know, do I defend Black Lives Matter? Absolutely. Am I all for black people? Yes. But you know what? I'm for everybody. I want women to stop being harassed, which is another big story at Fox Spews this week. That's what I call them, where this guy basically got fired for sexual harassment. He was accused of rape. And this other woman got out there and she named other names. Like, what is this? I mean, y'all are supposed to know better. You're people with money. You can probably go almost anywhere, flash some money, get somebody who decides, well, you know, I'm going to go hang out for the money. I hate to say that, but that happens. But instead, you decide that you're going to harass someone or threaten someone's job or do all these other kind of things because you think you're someone big. We're not having that. Stop harassing women. Stop harassing the disabled. Stop harassing people overall. We just got to stop that. We need to be better. We need to try to get along with each other. We need to learn more about each other. That's all I got. You know, what can you say? The world is ugly. I can't wait till the November elections. Hopefully there's going to be a major change. Maybe we'll get some sanity back. And by the way, for those of you who don't want to wear masks, your hero is now wearing a mask. And he's telling everybody else, maybe you should wear your mask because it's going to get worse before it gets better. Totally different message than what he was giving even 2 weeks ago. So now you don't have an excuse. He's asking you to do it. Wear your masks. Take care of others. Be nice to each other. That's all I got. My name's Mitch Mitchell. I hope y'all have a wonderful week.